Chapter 903. Hola, so you be saying Luffy's the 5th Emperor?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Podcast.
Yeah.
I'm the best guy ever, and this is Hypocrite.
Yes, it's me, the hypocrite, the coolest. You sound a bit down, Nate. What's happening? What's wrong?
Well, there's a new chapter of One Piece out, and I'm not feeling good.
Oh,
I'm not feeling good.
That's...
I'm feeling great. This is what I live for. This is everyone. Listen to me, everybody out there. This is what I live for. This is what I live for. Ah!
See, I'm glad you like it because I love this. I think you're so far away from the mic.
Did you read this chapter, dude? Chapter 903 of One Piece.
It was
Guess
so
what the
good.
fucking title is called? It's called The 5th Emperor! Consequences will never be the same! Alright. This is the much hyped in-between arc, mid-arc, not mid-arc, in-between arc bombshell things are happening. And here they are. This is where everything cool happens in One Piece.
Is like
so much happens.
Seeing the in-betweens pay off, not just with like bounty numbers, but with like stuff being, characters.
The world building stuff that we wait for.
Reacting to the events that Luffy is, making happen.
That's what it is, man. Let's start with not just the first page of the chapter. Let's start with the cover of Shonen Jump. This week is a big old color thing, specifically just of One Piece. And here's Luffy. The reverie begins. We got Vivi. We got her dad, not Crocus, Cobra. We got the bird boy, Karoo, yeah. And
my favorite
we got
pirate, Karoo.
Now, Luffy's got the X on his arm. Vivi visibly has the X. We're establishing connections. They're saying, hey, remember that old thing, Alabasta, that happened way back in the day? That's going to be relevant, everybody. Vivi matters again. All those Vivi fags out there who've been waiting. Like, it seems as though, based on the cover of Shonen Jump, just as I predicted, it's reverie time. Right now. It's time.
Yeah, definitely.
Some people were saying, like, after Wano or, like, during Wano.
This is the time to do it.
Damn right it is. It's time to cool down. We need to relax on just, like, Luffy doing stuff in general and let other things happen for a while. So, yeah. Let's just jump right into it. The cover page.
Cover page. This is Olympus. I had to Google him because I forgot what he looks like.
He's the big whip guy.
He's the guy who looks like Brownbeard, but he doesn't have a weird crocodile lower half.
That's correct. Who's very relevant to this chapter, but we'll get into that as we go.
He's got a fucking many fleet. He's got a
fleet.
Numbers.
He's got thousands of pirates working under him, and
I really like the pun on all of the sails, like the 3 Tamaria, that's the Santa Marias, like, the Yonta Maria.
Oh, right. That makes sense.
Isn't that a ship, the Santa Maria?
The Santa Maria, I believe, is one of the ships that, it's either Columbus's ship or it's one of the Pilgrims. It's one of those two.
Well, his name is Olympus, so it's Columbus. Like, it's all
probably that. You know what? Let me Google it just for fun. Christopher Columbus's ship. It was like the Santa Maria, the Pinta, and the Nina. Yeah, Santa Maria. That was one of his ships. Well, there you go.
They got the two
Yonta
Maria.
Oh, yeah, there is a neat. I guess they're based on, like, size. I think they're, like, classified in his, like, fleet based on how big they are. If they're a Yon, San, maybe a little Ichi somewhere, baby-sized. Right, well, okay, there you go. He's in the crew. We're just seeing his ships. He's out doing stuff. There you go. This is the first time we've, like, seen his crew. He's been called, like, his name's, like, the Great Admiral or something. And here we're finally seeing it. He's called the...
I don't remember him from, like, joining the Grand Fleet, but I guess...
He was one of those boys.
Yeah, I guess he was just sort of in the background. Maybe this crew thing is going to make him more relevant.
Well, he's certainly relevant in this chapter.
They
but we'll
did
get
mention him in the chapter, I think. Like,
yeah, not by name, but yes, he was
a person with over 5,000 ships.
Yeah, or 5,000, I think, just employees or pirate boys or whatever it is. Employees. That's not accurate. But yes. Oh, I just looked it up, by the way. It's the Yonta Maria Grand Fleet is a group of 56 ships led by Orlumbus. So there you go, 56 vessels, and apparently there are 4,300 members total. So it was a slight exaggeration, which I'm sure our fake news would never do. All right.
He's the best fake news.
Fake news is good news, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so let's get into it. Here we go. Page 1. Here we go. Don't throw it away, that thing that you found in your pocket. They're on the ship. They're arguing about something. Turns out Niji had slipped a little present into Sanji's pocket when he wasn't looking. And frankly, this is very exciting for me. So it's one of the capsules that give the Germa their super suits. And we really don't know. We never learned, like, if they, like, need those to, like, use their powers, but they seemed basically powerless without them. So I'm kind of inferring that. You know what I mean?
I think they can do, like, they can jump tall and something, but, like, that is the specific power that they have.
I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and say that they work exactly like, what are they called, Super Sentai, or like the Power Rangers, where, like the Power Rangers had, like, kung fu powers they could kick you with, but when they transformed into their, like, Power Ranger mode, then they had, like, they really leveled up and they got superpowers, which I think is the joke that Oda's going for with them anyway, so.
All right,
seems accurate to me.
So what have we got in terms of, like, elemental attacks from all the Germa? Do you remember them?
I do. A light, electricity, winch green, so, like, just a long extendo arm, and then poison, and that's what it was.
Okay, so Sanji's could be like the Kirby Cook
I mean, fire
power.
Is open.
The Kirby Cook power, where, like, he bangs pots and pans together, and then everybody's drawn into the cook pot, and then he turns them into fucking delicious treats.
I just want to put it for the record out there right now. If it turns out that Sanji's, like, unexplained fire powers have come from the fact that he is, like, a genetically engineered superhuman who just had fire powers, I'm telling you right now, I will fucking riot. I will not allow Oda to retcon his shit like that, because he has clearly established why Sanji has fire powers, and it's because his heart burns hot. That's literally what Oda said, and I will not allow him to go back on that.
What if his heart burns hot because of the fucking fire powers he has, dude?
Oh, God. I will just feel so insulted if Oda does that.
I don't want that either. I feel like that's what's going to happen, though, because...
So do I. And this is what happens when you give characters really elaborate backstories and, like, secret
here's the cool
origins.
thing. Even if that's the case, I would like Sanji to just reject it anyway. I want him to never wear this. Even when the judge comes back in some arc and he says, "Dude, why didn't you wear that? It's gonna make you more powerful." It's I don't need it, you fuck.
There's a distinct reason why this was included. This is now a Chekhov's gun. The only reason that this was brought up now is because Sanji will 100% use this, probably to win a fight in Wano, is my guess.
Probably to, like, if there's, like, a giant, like, in Kaido's crew, there's, like, a chicken guy, and he's like,
no.
I'm gonna fucking roast you, and he puts that on, and he fucking roasts him and eats him. Or
there was already Baron Tamago. Yeah, fair enough. Hey, you know what Baron Tamago reminds me of? Did you ever play Neopets?
I have not.
Oh, there's this thing called the Great
I have
Omelette,
played Baron Tamagotchi. Is that what you're talking about?
Not cool. Oh, there's this thing called it's like the giant omelet, and the whole point is in Neopets, it's a place where everyone can go every day to, like, just get a little food for free. There's just an omelet that is infinitely big, and everyone can get a piece of omelet. And I feel like Baron Tamago also has infinite omelet potential by continually being reborn and just, like, leaving eggy residue behind. But, you know, we'll deal more with that another day. I like this being like, human science is amazing. Okay, just can someone explain to me what the fuck these suits do? Like, why are these suits... Did they not have their superpowers when they're not wearing the suits? Is, like,
Guys,
do the suits activate it?
Nate, You said yourself, the Power Rangers. It is just the thingy. It is just a thingy that does
The Power Rangers
thing.
have magic space powers, though. It's like kind of makes sense because it's weird
But
and
there's
like
a
alien
robot.
super
A robot
magic.
says human's invention. He goes, ay. You know, it makes sense.
But Frankie chopped up his body and turned himself into a cyborg, which is why he can shoot lasers. So that makes sense. Sanji, or like Ichiji, for example, he puts on a suit and then he can shoot light? What's the connection here? I don't
It's
get it.
nanomachines. It's Metal Gear
it's probably
Solid.
nanomachines. You know what? You're right. It's fine. There's so much more to
it's
happen.
like it's like instead of like veins, they've got like fiber optics or whatever. Like they're fucking weirdos. They've got like
You know what I
they're
like?
silicon-based humans.
Okay, but, you know, and on the next page, we see, like, Luffy being, like, desperate, like, don't throw it away! I have to see you use that suit! You could probably shoot laser beams! As Luffy and Luffy and Chopper literally weep at the thought that Sanji will not use this to transform in an epic way. You know what this really is? This is... I mean, you might argue this is a little bit of an inconsistent characterization, but Judge had this developed. Someone in the Gamma made this, and maybe it's only during the Whole Cake Island, like, in that, like, several hours while, like, the Gamma were off, like, doing their own thing for a while. Maybe in that short window of time, they were like, you know what? Sanji's kind of okay now. He saved us at the wedding. Let's whip him up a super suit, and then, you know, who knows if he has powers or not or whatever, but we'll... I hate the fact that we even have to speculate if Sanji has secret superpowers, but here we are.
I mean, you know, whatever. Maybe it is just laser beam, but
Yeah.
no, it's
Maybe.
fire. It's just fire.
It's if it's anything, it's got to be fire. What else could it be?
Because he,
It's his whole thing.
he smokes. He has fiery passion for women. It's everything points to fire.
And I'll tell you right now,
He's a
the
cook.
fact that the fact that Ichiji is not a fire guy, as like everyone assumed he would be, and he is in fact a light guy, to me 100% confirms that if Sanji is going to get a superpower, it's going to be fire. Like the lanes are wide open for him to have like fire powers, and I hate it to my core. I much prefer the literally silly, nonsensical reason, fairy tale style. Not fairy tale, but God damn it! Now I can't even reference a fairy tale without talking about a shit inferior manga. But you know what I mean, like whimsical land. That
I know
One
what
Piece
you mean,
is.
like Natsu from Fairy
No,
Tail.
incorrect. He's a fire guy. I get it. We all understand this. Delete. Okay. Anyway. Everyone's talking about how cool science is. That's nice. And maybe the fact that Sanji got this means that his father's warming up to him a little bit in like an emotional kind of way. You think there's any possibility of that happening?
I think the 3 is just that he wanted all of them to be genetically super, but Sanji just sucked, and he probably had this like made. I don't know when.
Maybe when he was a baby. It's possible.
I could imagine he had them all like planned out, and this was just lying around, and he just has it in his fortress laboratory, and they thought, you know what, let's get that for him.
Yeah.
And it won't
maybe.
be like a prototype that doesn't work. It will just work, I think.
Man, the Gamma really got cucked. They didn't do anything, did they?
Nope.
Nope. They did nothing. Well, at least they look good doing it. So then you got Nami over here talking about science. Hey, are you talking shit on science, Sanji, you art fag? And then she's like, observe the fact that they actually do still have Zeus with them! What's going on? Zeus, that man made of Big Mom's soul, is part of Nami's arsenal? What? It's real. This is real. This is actually real. He's like actually a member of the Straw Hat crew. He
I was
really
gonna say,
is.
this is before Jinbei, before Carrot. It's fucking Zeus.
What the fuck?
I love it.
I'm shocked. I can't believe this.
I'm not too shocked because the whole thing with her. We didn't see Zeus after she, got him with the tasty lightning stuff.
Yeah,
So like,
I heard people saying like Zeus is on the ship. Zeus is on the ship. What does it mean? I didn't really look into it to see if that was actually true. I just thought that they'd let us know. But
because the
now
whole
we
reason
know.
Big Mom came back, like she was really slow on because she was riding on Prometheus instead. And when she rode back after eating the cake, she was riding on like Prospero's slime guy. So it was like,
yeah.
Zeus was nowhere to be seen. Where was he?
Damn.
I knew he was with Nami the last time I saw her, so I was like, yeah, I guess she has him. It's the only weird thing is like, why does he not care?
I mean,
And-
I guess
and-
we're just learning. We did learn that, like, Gecko Moria's fruit, for example, was specifically said that, like, even, like, Luffy's will that was, like, possessing Oz for a while, it does eventually wear down. And, like, you become kind of just like a mindless puppet that does whatever Moria tells you to do. That was not established for Big Mom's, like, things that she gives life to.
Yeah, I mean,
with her soul
fucking
powers.
the tree guy.
King
Was
Bomb.
like you
King
you
Bomb.
could intimidate him and just they used him. Like I guess that was like a setup to show that it was possible to control the homies and have them do what you want.
I think you're right. And we also, of course, saw Zeus himself, like, just out of greed and hunger for the delicious clouds that Nami could provide, just like, you know, kind of fucking up and just not doing what Big Mom told him to do. So here it is. But let's not forget, Zeus, Prometheus, and Napoleon are special homies that were specifically made from Big Mom's soul. They're not like normal homies in any way. What are the ramifications of this? I don't know.
All right, here's what I think. I think perhaps
How powerful is Nami now? Okay,
I mean, I think she's pretty powerful, but I feel like
remember what Nami did
because-
with fucking Zeus and made that gigantic like
yeah.
island destroying lightning bolt?
I mean,
it was incredible.
I feel like stuff like this is required at this point because of how far Luffy and Zoro can't be the only strong characters on the Straw Hat crew. People need upgrades.
Sure.
You know, Sanji getting this thing is not necessarily, but you know, I get it. Nami getting this though, this is making her an actual player. She can actually have fights with this.
I
So
mean,
it's great.
It's an upgrade for sure. Like, it doesn't really make Nami's fighting style much more interesting than it already was.
No,
I mean, she
but-
doesn't do shit, but she has more weapons in her
the
arsenal.
fact that
That's true.
she has like a character that she can bounce off. I mean, maybe because her soul is not connected to it, she'd have to like really. It'll be like training a dog or a cat to like do
that's
what
she's
you
got to
want.
do.
And it was like it'll be like reminiscent of like the very first time she had the climb attack, where she was like trying to figure it out and failing and not getting the things to do what she wanted. That would be funny if she had another moment like that.
I love this both with Sanji. Okay, so like Sanji carries the legacy of the Germa 666 with him in the form of this can. So like they'll have an impact in future arcs, their existence. That is very good news to me, that it wasn't just like there and gone and it doesn't matter anymore. This will be a MacGuffin, and people might be annoyed that like now every fight Sanji has will just be like, pull out the can, Sanji, pull out the can. When are you gonna pull out the can, Sanji? That will be there. But on the other hand, I like that it adds a unifying theme from, you know, his past and his family. And now with Nami...
What if fucking he got the can and he squeezed it and spinach came out and he ate the spinach?
and he eats it and he gets super strong like Popeye. That's probably it. What if they literally did that as a joke? Like they used to troll him real hard when he was. They're like, "Oh yeah, look at this can with a 3. Yeah, we're totally considering you like equal to us." Sanji opens it, spinach. Lol, retard, dumbass. You don't even have laser powers.
Did they show like the can's opening? Maybe that's literally how it works.
They did they put them on the ground and they like spin, and I think they like blasted out smoke or something.
That was just to hide the fact that they were doing spinach.
They just ate a lot of spinach. Without a doubt, that's 100% what's happening. And by the way, I was just going to say that I also like the fact that Prometheus is here. Like, it also gives continuity. Sorry, Zeus, right. It gives more continuity. Like, the things that happened in Whole Cake were not as guys like Rogers Bays or you know, lots of other people feared. Like, there are consequences carried from there in the form of that can from the Vinsmoke and this fucking cloud for Nami. And besides just like the reputational improvements and stuff, there's these physical, tangible power-ups that came as a result of their time in Whole Cake Island. And that is pretty damn dope. But I wonder how she really is going to keep him in line. Just with food? I guess it's with food.
I mean, she can make electric really easily by just swinging a thing.
Yeah, I think that's what it's going to be.
It's a kind of a shame that Chopper had nothing to do in the entire
Dude, Chopper's
Whole Cake.
done. Chopper's done. He's got nothing going on.
Like,
I don't think Chopper's going to be interesting for the rest of the series, honestly.
Now, I mean, Brooke had a bit of a good time.
Brooke killed it in Whole Cake Island.
Brooke had moments of grandeur.
I love him.
Carrot, I don't remember.
The fucking Sue Long. She turned into a
she's
thing.
Sue Long. Yeah, I mean,
Who
she
gives
has
a fuck?
something.
Oh yeah, great.
Chopper
Every full moon, Carrot is helpful, like for a little bit until she falls unconscious. Great. Yeah, sounds like a good candidate for the Straw Hats.
Well, Nami just needs to grab the moon, turn that into an ally as well.
If they can enlist Eneru to make the moon always full and in the sky, then Carrot will be viable for a Straw Hat crew member. That's what I'll say.
But yeah, Chopper did so little.
Nothing.
Nothing. He got captured by Brûlé, and I don't even know whether he escaped.
Did he literally do anything? I'm really trying to think.
I don't think he did. He was there. He ate the cake in a funny way, and that was it.
Jesus Christ. That's just embarrassing. Why was he even here? Like, I forgot he was here. Maybe he was brought along so they could make the joke with Luffy getting poisoned at the very beginning of the arc with, and then, he could, be like, I'm a doctor, I can't heal him. And then, fuck it. Well, you didn't even need him because he couldn't heal him. Fuck it.
Where the hell was Chopper?
I guess he was just with the crew. Yeah, he was on the ship and just with the group pretty much the whole time.
What a shame.
But
good arc anyway.
True. But hey, we got Sanji here with the hot meme. I was your slave long before you, Zeus. Got him.
Getting up in a little cuck war here. Who's the biggest
cuck? It's a cuck war. Oh, no. Yeah, that's that. Sanji-san, you're competing with water vapor. Always the voice of reason, Brooke. Good.
I like that comment.
I like it too. Brooke's great. He's
the
best
character. Here's the real thing.
Yeah, here we go.
Newspaper. This is the big time where everybody's like, let's read the newspaper. The characters and the fans are reading the same paper. It's One Piece chapter. We're getting the bounty.
I'm coming.
And Sanji, he's got a big one. It's bigger than Zoro now.
It is, oh my god, Sanji's, well, to be fair, we haven't seen, I actually think that they're going to do a joke with this, and the next time we see Zoro, he will have done something to bump it up over this. That's just a guess, but right, as far as we know, it is 10 million over Zoro. My boy Sanji's killing it right now. Congratulations, Sanji, congratulations. But his name on there is Vinsmoke Sanji. Oh, well, okay, let's not skip over this. So, Carrot is reading off the story, because this is all important. There is a narrative being woven here. Luffy, Sanji, Jinbei, and Beiji attempted to assassinate Big Mom, and apparently Vinsmoke and the Germa 66 are not even mentioned. Sorry, no, I'm wrong. I read that wrong. Yeah, but Luffy is painted as the ringleader here. Okay, interesting. That's sort of true. It wasn't really his idea, but let's see what happens. So again, okay, we've established Sanji's bounty is over, and he's real excited about it. He's super thrilled that it's over Zoro's now, which is great. But they've printed his name as Vinsmoke Sanji, which bums him out because he hates being a Vinsmoke. Understandable. And then we got Luffy over here, who's real sad because it looked like his bounty went down. Oh no, it's only 150 million.
See, I didn't think that it would be higher. I thought it was actually true because they say after that, it's like, you're right, how's that even possible? And
I was waiting until the end.
Actually looked.
As soon as I could see on the page that they only show a little bit of the bounty, I had some suspicions about
this. Hindsight and all that, but this is this chapter is filled with classic Oda twists.
Yep.
Because I could totally see that for some strange reason his bounty goes down because his bounty's quite high now, and we need a way for him to gain new things without it being too high. So his bounty goes down because I was imagining he attacked a Yonko and the Marines like that because they like him now.
Sure, yeah.
So
possible.
That's what I thought, and I was like, they had me going along for a ride on this.
If they had weaved in some of that into the dialogue, I might have been more willing to buy it. But they're just like, ooh, so strange, so kooky that it went down. Okay, so here we go. And now it's time to flash all over the world as everyone's getting ready to head to Reverie. Here we go. First stop, Ryugu Kingdom, Fishman Island. Here we go. We got the fish boys. They're all getting ready. There's that boy Neptune. There's those fish guys. And they're talking about, you know what? I almost skipped over this. Guess what, everyone? Say the fishmen to each other. Jinbei finally joined Luffy's crew. I wonder if they escaped on the same ship. What? What a strange thing to say. Just
It is kind of a strange.
Why
Like,
would
where are
you
they getting
say
their
that?
information from? I guess they're reading the paper, and we aren't reading. We can't see what's in the papers, and the paper is like implying that Jinbei is part of the Straw Hat crew.
Yeah.
Even though I don't know how they. Could
Why
know
would they know that? Like, none of this was discussed in front of Big News Morgan or anything. It doesn't make. I don't know. Whatever.
Maybe
I don't care.
Maybe Jinbei gave a little
Interview, a one-on-one
yeah.
to a seagull passing by. That was probably it.
like a
Well, okay. But the fact that why are the characters in One Piece asking, I wonder if they escaped on the same ship? Immediately after establishing verbally, like, he's in the crew now. Like, Gib, help me out. What are they trying to insinuate with this dialogue? Maybe it's
just
as simple
bad
as
dialogue. I think it's just bad dialogue because
Yeah.
there's nothing to insinuate that Jinbei joining the crew and not being on the ship.
Yeah, like why would you say that?
Either they know he didn't get on the ship because it was part of the news.
Well, you know what?
There's some implication that he maybe didn't, and
Well,
that's
to
why
be
they're
fair,
thinking about it.
I think I remember last chapter as they were escaping, like Morgan himself, like reading off, like as in a news ticker or whatever, that like, but like the Straw Hats escape, but Jinbei stayed behind to defend them. But the thing is, though, if that was in the article, they would simply know the answer
Yeah.
to that question and not need to ask it. So what's there to wonder about, you dumb motherfuckers? What the hell?
Maybe it's
Bad
just,
dialogue, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe it was better in Japanese. I don't know.
Maybe it's better in Taiwanese.
One day I'm going to learn Japanese well, so I don't need to say, maybe it was better in Japanese. Because I don't want to let Oda off the hook.
Japanese. I think learning Japanese is a fool's errand.
I don't know. I've already made a lot of progress, but no matter. So, okay. But the Fishmen boys are like, yay, Jinbei's in the crew. We're officially under Luffy's protection now. Yay. All right, that's fine. And
Yep.
Neptune and the boys are like, the mermaid princes are like, we're going to
Shirahoshi.
Reverie. There's the big bitch. She wants to go too. So here she goes. She's going to Reverie. There it is. She wants to prove that she's not weak, Hoshi.
The girls, all of the princesses that know Luffy are gonna go squee and glomp each other about Luffy.
Oh my god, that's probably true. And he's
and
met
then
a lot of
Shirahoshi's gonna
princesses.
crush them all.
She'll glomp them to death. Excellent. Oh, I look a big bitch, if you know what I'm saying. All right, next page. Updates.
This is
World updates, everybody.
yes.
Holy
So,
shit.
This is packed full of words and stuff.
Oh my
but
god.
So it's
And
this
images.
Is, this is how you pack a page full of words. You make us give a shit.
Yeah. This ain't no Hunter x Hunter bullshit. This is actually good. Fuck you, Hunter x Hunter fans. Eat my dick. All right, but let's go. I just want to vilify myself to all the Hunter x Hunter fans out there. Your shit ain't even cool, man. Your shit ain't even cool. No, I'm actually quite fond of it, but okay, moving on. I mean,
Right.
we're just getting an update here,
So
right?
yeah, Big Mom has whose position apparently has not wavered in decades. So she's been like up there for fucking. She's
big
an old
and
lady.
she's fat and she sits in place and you cannot move her. She is too fat, good
She's
sir.
too fat. She has all the food brought to her. She doesn't have
True.
to leave the house. She's a fucking neat of a Yonko. Never leaves the house.
That's true. I mean, that seems to be accurate.
And so this young little fuck comes up to her and
young
he
buck.
says, fuck you, Big Mom. And it's like, whoa, dude. He escaped. Well, there's lots of other things. Like, they're interviewing Cavendish and Bartolomeo about, like, how cool he is and
Yep,
all
they're getting
the
sources.
things he's done. I don't think
Wait a
Dalton
minute,
was
wait a
being
minute, Gib.
interviewed, but he's
Who's that
reading
on the top left? Who's that on the top left?
My nigga crocodile.
It's Crocodile!
Dude,
we
you
haven't
know-
seen him in like hundreds of chapters. There he is!
Have we not? I
No.
guess we've seen him in like a cover page or two, but like, when was the last time we saw him?
So long ago. Before the time skip, when he was like getting ready to do shit.
Well, really?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure, yeah. I don't think we've seen him in a cover arc. I don't think we've seen him in shit.
No, we've seen him not in a cover arc, but like in a cover page where he's holding an umbrella.
There might
over
have been
a
one.
little dog.
There was like after the time skip, there was a like just a what's going on around the world with everybody. I think he
Yeah.
might have been in one of those, exactly one. But I mean, here he is. He's got some boys in the background. Oh, I love Crocodile. He's literally the
Crocodile
good
is so
Doflamingo.
cool. Crocodile is the best.
He's the best.
Here's a thought. Every
Except for Katsukuri.
time Luffy does a thing, and it's like the news echoes around the world. Crocodile is one of the people
Yeah.
who is like reading about it, who's seen
Because he's
reading
a bad
about
motherfucker. That's
it. But it's
why.
like it like. Does this imply that maybe Crocodile has more of a connection to Luffy than we would
He
understand?
is not Luffy's mom, goddammit. Stop this at once. No, it's
Oh,
okay, I'll
but
tell you
it's-
why. I'll tell
it
you why I
adds
think
to
Oda.
it.
I don't know if Crocodile is going to have any super major influence on the rest of the series.
I think he should.
He will show up. He will
Because
show up,
they
I'm
keep
sure.
showing him, and he's really cool.
Well, yeah, but the reason I think that Oda would be tempted to do that in general is because let's not forget, Crocodile was the first really big opponent that Luffy took down. Like he was the first gigantic arc of One Piece was the Alabasta arc that spanned from Whiskey Peak, even before Whiskey Peak, like the Laboon shit into Whiskey Peak, into Little Garden, and I'm forgetting and Drum Island, and then finally Alabasta itself. That's 5 arcs basically that were all leading up to the eventual downfall of Baroque Works and Crocodile himself. So Crocodile, in the minds of many old readers, including myself, is cemented as like this he was the big boss that Luffy first took down, and the first Shichibukai. Let's not undercut that. And by the way, you know what? I meant to say this last chapter. I totally forgot, but I just want to say while I've got it on my mind, I just want to salute Oda for adding Jinbei to the crew. Now, I know that sounds strange, but here's what I'm getting at. The way I really like, the one element of charity that I like having Jinbei add to the crew is, let's not forget, way back in East Blue, when Luffy was just hanging with those 2 bounty hunter fuckboys who were like friends of Zoro, the first mention of the Shichibukai, I think the only name that came up, well, it was like leading up into the to Nami's arc in Arlong Park, was the former leader of the Sun Pirates, or of Arlong's crew that he splintered off from, became the Arlong Pirates, was Jinbei, Knight of the Sea. And now, so many hundreds of chapters later, that man is a member of Luffy's crew, one of the legendary Shichibukai. If that ain't like a story taking crazy twists and turns of fate and watching Luffy grow and rise into like a world power of his own, that's just a very satisfying. I don't know what else is, if that ain't it. And that's really dope. It's really dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had no idea, but it makes a lot of
Yeah?
sense that if they talk about it during the Arlong Park moment.
Wait a minute. Arlong Park was after Hawkeye showed up, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, it might have been before that. I think it might have been before that.
No, wait.
I can't remember.
Arlong Park. Yeah, no.
Yeah, 'cause Arlong was after-
you meet the Johnny and whatever his face is.
Johnny and Yosaku.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The-
They
the-
were
the
around
American,
for Barati,
the
I think.
Japan, and they arrived before Sanji.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they stay through
forget
Sanji
everything.
until Arlong Park, and then they stay behind.
Yeah, that's right. That's pretty much the timeline.
So they may have said it before.
It was very early. I think it was the first one mentioned.
Was like the reason Don Krieg was fucked up.
I mean, yeah, that's right. That's right. He just, for fun, Mihawk just chased Krieg into East Blue out of the Grand Line because he felt like fucking him up and spooking him real hardcore. And it worked. It worked very well. But okay, all right, let's continue here. So
Yes.
people are doing interviews. They're sharing news. We see Dalton and the Drum Island boys reacting to all this. And so there's a yarn being spun here with these are all coming from the newspaper. This is like literally text from the newspaper that everyone's reading. Big Mom, she's been attacked by this young, sexy buck, Luffy. Of course, certain sources say that Luffy has gathered multiple pirate crews, 7 pirate crews under his flag. One of them being a great captain that commands 5,000 subordinates. That's Orlumbus. Slightly exaggerated number, but pretty close. The legacy of Ace is behind him, and we see Bartolomeo loving this news and regaling the reporters with love of how great Luffy is. And his sworn brother to Sabo, one of the second in command of the revolutionary fucking army, with his charisma. And then the story here, now this is what I absolutely love. The story, as we see Capone and Vivi react to it down here, tells of Luffy leading the alliance, this being his idea and him purely guiding it. By the way, shout out to Pell on the bottom right, still alive. Hell yeah, my dude. Hell yeah. He led the Germa, he led the Sun Pirates, and the Fire Tank Pirates. He effortlessly commanded them all with his incredible charisma and intelligence, and executed a plan to destroy Big Mom's castle. This is the yarn being spun.
This is the funniest thing of all time.
His strength
is got nothing out of this.
Yeah.
Now everyone thinks Veggie is Luffy's bitch.
That's right. I mean,
and
Veggie...
it's all because Morgans took a liking to him. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna write the paper and I'm gonna give Luffy a big old boost.
Let me finish the description of this, and then let's reflect on the character of Big News Morgans. Okay, so and it wraps up by saying that Luffy. Now here's just fact: he defeated 2 commanders, one worth over 800 million, one worth over $1 billion, and so they're calling this Straw Hat Luffy's victory in the Whole Cake Island, which it's certainly. I mean, in a sense, you could say that, but kind of not really. And it's all due to coincidence, like that the bomb in that chest is what really destroyed Big Mom's place. Luffy, like, he was sort of responsible, but it was all luck. But see, this is the kind of luck I can get behind in One Piece. It's such an elaborate, you know, what's that machine? A Rube Goldberg machine of things falling into place. It's so funny and lighthearted that I just love it. And now, the newspaper itself declares the 5th Emperor of the Sea has emerged. Straw Hat fucking Luffy.
Now that's what I call big news.
Damn right it is. Okay, let's just break this. Big News Morgans is intentionally spinning real news with fake news as a way to hype up Luffy, and he is declaring himself. No one's like approved this. He is just saying, as the man who controls the news and thus controls the feeble-minded masses, that there's a 5th Emperor of the Sea now, and it's Luffy. Fuck this 4 Emperor system. It was bullshit anyway, completely based on nothing. We're adding a 5th right now. So, like...
I love that. Because it reminds me that, like, that there's no, like... These are pirates. There's no, like, system
there's no laws.
in place.
There's no system here.
It's just like whoever happens to be the biggest guys, that's how many fucking Yonko there are.
I'll tell you right now, though, Golko... Yonko took me a long time to, learn, but saying Golko... is going to be tough to, like...
Son Goku.
Oh, there he is. What if this is all a big Dragon Ball reference? Son Goku. All right, fuck this. So we got Sakazuki. Here he is in Marineford, reading the paper, being a little bit peeved about this news, but mostly he just doesn't give a fuck, and some princess got kidnapped, but we see the Marines... So the Marines are just being told there's a new 5th Emperor. They don't get to decide this shit. The people decide. Big News Morgans come from behind. Best character in One Piece. Big News Morgans is the real MVP of One Piece right now.
He is the best part of... yeah,
Queen.
Slaying that queen.
He is.
I love
Big Mom.
this idea that
he's a bird.
In a lot of
he's a big bird.
I love that as well.
That's great.
In stories where there's like the news guy, the guy controls all the news, the reporter that's kind of like, I'll just tell lies. Like it's always in effort to make the journalist and the news the bad guys. Like they're always doing the wrong thing.
Because it's always like a story by gay real life people who want to tell stories about like corrupt news people and stuff.
Well,
like
yeah,
Citizen
I mean
Kane
this is still the same thing, but it's like in
this is for the forces of good. He's weaponized fake news for the forces of good. Here it is.
Well, that's the thing. It's like it's.
I'm sorry.
It's very unusual.
I'm sorry cutting you off. I'm just so excited.
I know.
Please
it's
go
fine.
on.
It's just very like unusual for like a fake news like character to be so
the
cool
good guy
and a good guy and for
so beloved
that helps the protagonist in a way.
Like
I just like that because it's unusual. It's an unusual way for that to happen.
Ethically speaking, I should not be so in love with Morgans because
They're all
he
pirates,
is a bad
doesn't matter.
guy. He is bad, but like he's so beautiful. And
just like it's all the looks with you.
It's just a sexual attraction I have to Big News Morgans. That's all it is. I don't know what you call a bird furry, but I'm one of them. Yeah.
A feathery.
The other big news: I am a feather furry.
A feathery.
But only for Big
That's what
News
you call
Morgans.
yourself. You're a Biko.
Biko. Damn, that sounds painful. Okay, so hey, we got Morgan's greatest character in One Piece, best character of all time. So here we go. We got more things happening. So a princess
We've
gets
got-
kidnapped.
Princesses
And here we are.
being attacked because, of course, they are.
There's lots
And-
of royals on the sea right now, so they're vulnerable. Yep.
And we see Dressrosa King, whatever the face, and the fighting king,
King
from
Riku. King from
who also
Province. Yeah, he's cool.
and the
Elisabello, I believe, was his name.
Yes, and they're both going, I guess, on the same ship because they were at Dressrosa at the same time, I guess.
Technically, I think their ships are sailing next to each other, which is very cute. But they're currently hanging out and playing chess.
Yeah. And there's Rebecca there, and there's the Tontetta, and they're, it's just
And
like,
they got mentioned too because they're one of the pirate crews that is sworn under Luffy.
yeah. Oh,
Yep,
did they get
now that they're
mentioned in the
pirates.
paper?
Well, they say that they were mentioned right here.
Oh, they mentioned
and
those two,
and
which
it
is-
might have just been in the sense that they are one of the pirate crews that swore loyalty to the Straw Hats. So they certainly are, to some degree, mentioned.
I see.
Yep.
So yeah, this is nice seeing all the allies and stuff coming together.
Yeah.
Was Viola a princess?
Yeah, Viola and Rebecca were both daughters. Oh no, sorry. Rebecca was the granddaughter of the king, and Viola is the daughter of the king. So yeah, they're
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
it's funny that the princess was just out there dancing in the street like a slut for cheap cash. That's what she
See,
did.
I remember Rebecca because at least she did a thing in the.
She let her dad fight for her a lot, but yeah, she did. Things.
She went in the arena and she did something and
Yeah,
people
that's
laughed
true,
at her
that's
and
true.
she wore a funny bikini that was like, that's not gonna help.
Very sexual.
That's not gonna
yes.
help. There's nothing gonna stop that go through. You're being silly.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of weird that they justify that in the narrative as to why she wears so little armor, because they say like we want a lot of skin exposed because the people want blood. Okay, can someone explain to me how Rebecca was like a gladiator for years and like doesn't have a fucking scratch on her? Like, I guess that the answer is it's One Piece and we like sexy girls is the answer. I mean, that's fine, but I'm just saying, not exactly realistic. Especially
But yeah.
because they specifically say the point. Oh wait, you know what? I forgot. Rebecca's reputation was that she would like dodge every single hit, wasn't it?
And they didn't like that. But she
Yeah,
still
that's
wore,
true. So
like,
she was unpopular. I forgot.
Maybe they just forced her to wear that to make sure there was blood, and she was.
I mean, she
too
was okay
good.
with it. She didn't object. But you know what? Okay, you know what? I take it back. I was wrong. I forgot that the narrative actually did justify that. So fuck me, man. Though Rebecca was boring and her dad did everything for her, so that sucks.
I mean, Rebecca was boring, but I remember her more than Viola, who was like nothing.
But Viola literally shoots whales from her eyes. Remember that?
No.
That happened one time. It happened. She can do that.
Whales?
That's correct.
As in, like, screams?
No, as in like whales. Oh, okay. Viola has the power of I forget what the name of it. It's like
Is it
the
looky-looky?
look fruit, where she can literally make like an O and look through it, and she could like do X-rays and stuff. And one of her powers is that she can like look through it, and she can produce giant whales that smash things. And I understand that like the idea behind that was there's some pun in Japanese that doesn't work in English that. Like the word like eye or look is similar to the word whale. So like in One Piece, which is very pun driven, it like allows her to create actual physical whales that I think are supposed to be kind of like tears. Like that's kind of the joke going on. But yeah,
see.
she can just do
Okay.
that. That's real. That's real.
Well,
I don't know. It's
cool.
retarded. She has like the worst devil fruit in the series in terms of it's like super overpowered, it's super stupid, and it has just these retarded powers from fucking nowhere. And I get it
think
that
she-
Oda loves puns, but it's just
Do you think that she can, like, look at the newspaper without even looking at it?
I know for a fact she can. She can throw the way people
Shit.
throw their voice. She can like observe places up to I believe it was 10,000 kilometers away.
You know what
That's a
would
long
be
way.
cool?
What's that?
I don't remember anything about Viola, but was there a scene where she was like had her back turned and she said, I know what you're doing, or I saw that, and they said, oh, you have observation hacky, and she's like, huh, what? What's that?
Yeah, that did not happen. She
It
was
should
more of a,
happen. That's
she
the
was
new.
more
That's
of
the
an
new
X-ray
scene
kinda
with
girl.
Viola. Is that happening?
That should have happened. I agree. By the way, I really like the way Oda drew the shine on her titties. That's nice.
Yes, I
That's
do
nice.
like that. 10
Very
out
nice.
of 10.
She's pretty hot. Also, she literally fucked Doflamingo. Just a reminder to everyone, she was Doflamingo's fuck buddy. That is true. That is not a lie.
a baby inside her?
Ooh, that gross. But no.
Ooh, gross. Children.
Well, it's gross. Dofi is a bad person. But okay, whatever, man. So we got a bunch of pirates here. We can see they kidnapped the princess that was just mentioned that reports to Sakazuki, and they're like, "Hey, look at that big titty princess. Let's take her too. Let's get in there." So here they go. They go shooting.
They shoot a torpedo, and then a guy jumps, and I'm like, okay, it's a marine.
My thought was that it was going to be Green Bull, the admiral
Same.
we haven't met. Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like really like it's very impressive. Like, oh, he's doing like a kick underwater. He's grabbing a fucking torpedo and he's throwing it. Well, this guy must be a fucking admiral. Nope, it's Kobe.
It's just Captain
It's just
Kobe.
little Kobe.
This is the first time we've seen Kobe. Gotta love these in-between arc updates where we just see what characters are up to. First time we've seen Kobe post time skip. He was in Film Gold, so he did show up in there. So people who saw that movie,
not real.
Well,
Did he
I
look
mean,
like
it's
this?
Debatably, he did. Yeah, he had the same outfit in that movie.
Okay, well,
so
fair enough.
that's cool. It's consistent. I like his outfit more or less. He's big and he's cool.
So now
He's
Kobe
nice.
is at the same place Smoker was at the beginning of the series.
You're right. I didn't even think of that, but you're absolutely right. Damn, my boy is really grown up. Just think back to Chapter 1 of One Piece, everybody, when fucking Kobe was just a little bitch, just a little gay.
Oh, how the fuck how the fuck? It's been like 3 years in total, maybe.
More or less, yeah. Maybe a little longer, but
How old would he have been? Like 12, and now he's
he was probably like 15 or 16 or something. Oda, well, maybe a little younger than that.
Luffy
Oda
was like
canonically
17.
Oda canonically said that like Kobe was like the reason that Kobe is like grown a lot, but by the time we first see him after a long time in after Eni's Lobby.
Eni's Lobble.
Was because Kobe was like right on the verge of a growth spurt when we last see him in like the cover arc that he was in at the beginning of One Piece. Then he grew up and he's grown even taller now, I think. But hey, I mean, he works hard. Like Kobe is the character who's physically growing the most throughout One Piece.
Well, I don't think he's gonna grow any more than this because
yeah. I meant like in power level wise, from like 0 to 100. He's really strong now.
Yeah. It's true.
He might be able to beat. He could probably actually easily beat like starting power level Luffy at this point.
Starting power level, probably, because Smoker was able to like. That's what I'm thinking. Like if Smoker could beat Luffy at the beginning of the series, and he probably could.
I mean, Kobe's got haki. Kobe's got like Soru and teleport kicks and whatnot. This guy's strong. This guy might be able to beat like pre. Like Eni's Lobby Luffy at this point now. It's possible. I don't know.
It's hard to say because we haven't seen him fight an opponent Luffy has fought or like an equivalent.
Yeah.
But he's definitely like
movie,
a strong boy, and like he's gonna be like that sort of. He's gonna be that sort of character, which is like the future of the Marines. So
absolutely, him and Smoker. I think end of the series.
I feel like Smoker is gonna be like the current, like the Smoker is gonna be the Garp to the Roger that is Luffy, and then Kobe is gonna be like the guy that comes right after him.
The only reason I slightly disagree is because I guess you could be right. I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, I feel like Smoker will die at some point. I feel and Kobe will be there.
I disagree with that. I feel more of a rivalry of a sort between Kobe and Luffy. I guess not quite though. I don't know.
Well,
Smoker's kind of gotten
like
cucked.
it's always been Kobe being like, "Oh my God, Straw Hat Luffy's so cool. He's
that
always
is
one
true.
step ahead of me."
Though he did try to fight him in at Marineford, which I respect him for greatly. Remember that when he punched him? It was cool.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Well, I remember him saying, "Stop! This is dumb," and everyone stopped.
Before that, there was a moment legitimately where Kobe is like, "I'm a Marine, you're a pirate, here I come, I'm jumping at you," and Luffy just decked him in the face, and he, boom, ouch, he went down. That must have hurt.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I mean, there's just so much to fucking say about the characters and their history and all this shit. But let's just kind of see what we can do here. So Kobe is here. He protected the ship, and he's here saying, "Hey guys, I'm here to guard you on the Dressrosa boys on your way to fucking Reverie. So cool. Here we go. And Helmeppo, there he is. We get to see our Helmep bro over there as well.
I had a term for this that I came up with for Helmeppo, and it's collateral badass. Like, the only reason this goofy motherfucker has ended up in this place from where he began in the beginning of the series was because he was, like, lumped in with Kobe, who was, like, the sort of, like, character destined to grow to be, like, the rival to Luffy. This guy's just sort of along for the ride, and he became a badass collaterally. And it's the funniest thing of all time, just to think about where he started. And the fact that he's here right now.
On a meta level, I totally agree. Obviously, that's an accurate assessment. But in terms of the character himself, everybody think back. I don't know if you read the manga, right at the beginning, like one of the first cover arcs, possibly I think it was the first cover arc, was about Kobe and like Morgan and those guys.
It was they were training under Garp, right?
That's right.
Or they were mopping the floors and then they were training.
Yep, and that's the first time we met Garp. Oh, yeah, that's right. But they worked, they proved themselves to be good enough that Garp took an interest, and that's why they got picked up by Garp and eventually made it to Marine HQ, where Garp works out of generally. And Helmeppo really worked hard. Like at first,
I'm not saying like he doesn't deserve to be here. It is just.
And he stood up to his dad too. He's brave. He's a brave man now. But right, yeah.
He had like the goofiest design of any One Piece character.
He still looks pretty silly, honestly. The hat, gay. The chin, embarrassing. Just
the chin's like filled out at least. It's no longer like an upside down M.
I mean that's true. He looks a lot better. Don't get me wrong. Kobe. I think both of their designs are honestly a little overdone. Just like I thought how Smoker's design post time skip was basically just Smoker, but with like a modern haircut. And I was like, well, this sucks. Like, why are we? Like, why?
Well, I feel like you don't need a big change for every character. I mean, Smoker's already an older man. Well,
why does he have a hipper young man haircut? Considering he's like, well, it is so obvious to me. I've read a million shonen, and they all, whenever there's a time skip, it's always an awkward thing where the author of the manga feels a need to show visually that things have changed during the time skip. So there's a real and frankly, if they don't do that, it feels to the reader that no time has passed because there's been no visible change. So I understand that concern about why they want to avoid that. But on the other hand, what you get as a consequence of this feeling of a need to change things is you end up changing too much, in my opinion, and it feels forced. I would argue that Smoker's haircut is dumb, and it just feels strange for the character to like get a fashionable haircut, considering he's fucking Smoker. Helmeppo's hat, what the hell's going on here?
I don't mind the haircut, and I mean I didn't really notice it.
But it's just that it happens to every single character.
I know it does, yeah. I guess.
Remember how over-designed Brooke was after the time skip, and everyone was like, geez, let's settle down this a little bit, Brooke. And
yeah,
Frankie,
Brooke was
everyone criticizes Frankie.
The crown was a bit... I mean, I got it, but, the fact that it was now his official normal look wasn't...
Which he's finally evolved past at long last. Yeah.
Yeah, now he's just doing whatever.
Which is great. I much prefer it now to whatever the fuck they want to do. Yeah...
I like the way they handled Frankie though, because Frankie's completely different, but at least he can change his hair to with a funny button.
Yeah.
So he can experiment with weird Frankie designs without actually having to remove the big robot thing, because you can't undo that.
I love a lot of Frankie's design, but I'm sensitive to some of the criticism of Frankie just looks like a fucking monster. Sure, fair enough. Whatever, man. It's all good. It's all good. Anyway, that was a small point. Let's keep going. Helmeppo captured all the pirates, so he's being a badass, and he's like, whoa, Kobe, your color of observation is so good. I couldn't sense a thing. So Helmeppo also has haki, but obviously not as good. So there you go. And then they freed the little princess girl over there who's stomping the shit out of some
like
pirates.
Viola, who isn't Viola. It's
Well, she looks a little like her.
A little bit like she's exactly the same. It's fine.
She looks meaner.
She's got a dress. What's up with that?
She looks like Sleeping Beauty to me a little bit.
She does. She looks like a Snow White with that.
No, that's the one. That's what I was thinking of. Yo, but here we got our boy Kairos being like, "You're the famous Captain Kobe. You're the hero that protected all the citizens in the Rocky Port incident." Now, I was actually wondering if that was a reference to the movie, so I went and looked it up. And somebody submitted this a while ago. And if these facts are correct, I'm on the One Piece Reddit. Somebody was saying that the Rocky Port incident was the thing where Law acquired his 100 hearts from 100 pirates to send to the Marines. That's what this one guy said, and I'm just completely taking that as gospel. I did not do any research beyond just Googling it. So I'm just going to say that is probably true, because I don't know why he'd lie. That's it.
Cool.
That's it. And apparently, Kobe was involved in that, in protecting civilians, so that's cool. And he made a name for himself. How nice. How nice. And also Kairos, I like this. It's sort of two strong guys not saying anything, but recognizing each other. Kobe just looks at Kairos and thinks to himself, whoa, this guy's super duper strong.
Wait,
which Kairos is.
He color of observations it.
Oh, you know what? That's probably it.
It's
and
like,
here's
whoa, I can see
Kairos.
the muscles in 3D.
Oh, yes, very
In
sexual.
4D.
And then
yes.
Kairos here is commenting on how he noticed that Kobe did deal with that torpedo, but didn't take credit just because, who gives a fuck, man?
Yeah.
Cool. And then here's the newspaper.
My favorite part here is
let me guess, the glasses, the serious face.
The serious face of the glasses, the whole thing with him, enjoying the fact that Luffy's strong. But my favorite part is Rebecca sort of getting, understanding a little bit, hey, you like Luffy? You want to talk about Luffy for a bit? And he's like, I don't, no, he's a bad guy. I don't like him. And then let's have a chat about it. This is cute. This is really fucking cute, and I love it.
Yeah, it's great. By the way, not to be rude to Rebecca or anything, but I really like Rebecca in this chapter. And I guess what I'm saying is just this character, all her fighting stuff is just gone. And she's just kind of a pleasant girl now. And, she just works, just because Oda didn't commit to making this girl a fighter in any serious way. And now she just isn't. And, in no way does this character read as a tough guy, even though she was kind of built up to be at the very beginning. So I guess this is just what Rebecca's going to be for the rest of the series, for the limited capacity as a character she has. And, yeah, fair enough.
I mean, is the thing we say most when we're talking about Dressrosa characters. It's just unfortunate that they were in that arc, because nothing really came out of it that well.
You are not wrong.
Something.
Now,
Bartolomeo, maybe he was the best part.
He was a good boy. By the way, now there's a fun game to play, everybody. Every time you read through chapters where newspapers are a big deal. Now, this is a good page to take some time and really study some of the small details that have been placed on this page. So, for example, if you look at the page, or at the panel where Kobe is getting serious looking at the newspaper, you can clearly see, written across that newspaper, D Vegapunk. So their Vegapunk is in the news. I wonder what that might be in reference to. And
Monkey
then if you look,
D Vegapunk.
And if I remember correctly, wasn't there a character who was going to find Vegapunk? Somebody mentioned this in our Discord, that some character was going off to find Vegapunk for some thing.
Oh, I completely do not remember that. If that was
I can't remember what it was. Somebody comment.
That sounds like the sort of tiny little comment in a thought bubble in the bottom of the corner of the page that's going to come back and be the main thing.
That's the little shit that Oda loves to slip in real subtly, and if you miss it, you miss a huge element that might get paid off later. But I mean, hell, maybe we're wrong. And it was a full double-page spread, and we just forgot. But hopefully not. And by the way, on the
I can see the little Whitebeard, and it says warning.
Oh, that's not Whitebeard. That is Edward Weeble, his possible son. So that's Shichibukai, the guy who took Z's arm from the movie.
Shichibukai, Spishibukai.
More like Bishibukai. Kawaii. Get it?
He's no big deal. We got a 5th emperor now. He's not.
You're not wrong. 7 lords of the sea and 5 emperors. Well, at least according to one big bird I know. So as you said, everyone's just like, yay. La,
By the
la,
way,
la,
how many people
Luffy.
do you think are going to say 5 Yonko from now on?
5 Yonko. So
I think I'm going to continually. I think I'm continually going to make that mistake.
Oh god, I'm
because
probably
I
going
don't
to as well.
Japan. I don't
Yeah.
Japan enough.
Because like I never really internalized the idea of that meaning like 4. It's yeah, like in Japanese it sounds ridiculous. In English, because most English speaking people don't speak Japanese, yeah, it just runs off the tongue. You're just like 5 Yonko now. But no, that literally means 4 emperors. So cease, everyone, cease. It's even if you even had said 4 Yonko, that's a pretty silly thing to say as well. If you're a global citizen such as myself. But okay.
Well, I will refer to them as the Yonko because that's funny to make mistakes and be a dumb idiot.
Well, I guess I'll just say that, like, what's interesting about this is that the man who said that there's 5 emperors now was a newspaper man. Nobody else. And frankly, was based on a lot of literal fake news. Like, Luffy is getting an overly inflated reputation right now because of this news that Morgan's paid off, hugely. But he didn't actually do everything that was described in all the reports.
Yeah, and on this next page we see the actual Yonko.
Yeah, there they are.
They're the guys. There's Kaido saying like, this doesn't make any what's this fucking little bitch? And then Blackbeard's like, fuck you, there's
Black
too
boy.
soon.
And we see the boys in the background looking good, looking slick. I see Shiryu. I see, I think, Doc Q and a bunch of
And
others.
Van Alga.
Van Auger, looking good, looking great.
And then we get a little far away Whole Cake Island. I assume Big Mom is the one who's screaming.
That's definitely Big Mom for sure. So here is Big Mom herself saying, what? They called him the victor? When did I lose? Which is entirely true. She didn't lose. They beat the shit out of most of the Straw Hats. Luffy did beat a couple of her soldiers, and they stole the poneglyph, and they got Sanji back.
The thing with like Luffy being one of the emperors now is,
well,
he's not necessarily strong enough to hold his own against any of the other ones.
Not even close. Not even close.
He can beat a Katakuri here and there. But only one at a time, and then he has to rest for a long time. This is like, it's really cool to see, and it's like a classic sort of like, you think it's a classic Oda twist. As I was saying earlier, like, you think this is going to be about the Reverie, and the big news is going to happen then, but no, big news happens before the Reverie. Luffy's a Yonko, there's 5 of them.
Oda really did not keep us waiting for this update, because it could have been a while. He could have waited a couple chapters to do this if he wanted to, but no. It's like I think this is like the next day's newspaper has this story. Because, like, why wait? Why fucking wait?
Yeah, and it's like, now all of Luffy's allies are going to be like, yeah, we're cool, but they're also going to be targeted. And, like, the Marines are going to be after them even more. And, like, all of Luffy's, like, the places that consider Luffy, like, under Straw Hat protection, like, are they going to get attacked by other Yonko? Is he not going to be able to defend them? What's going to happen?
Well, right now that's only Fishman Island, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it could be more.
I think there's a couple other ones, isn't there?
Well, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay, well,
but no
Fishman
matter.
Island,
I mean, it could be more of a problem as they go on. Who knows? And plus, he's got allies who could get attacked. So all fair game. All fair game. But I like that here, like Big Mom, who knows what happened on Whole Cake Island, is saying that, like, Morgan, I'm coming for you. You have lied. You have told slander. So Big Morgan's has really gone out on honestly. Okay, now I don't want to shit talk my bird boy, but he really has made an enemy out of Big Mom here in a way that, you know what? His interests were never completely aligned with Big Mom. Like, this is such a big story that, like, the tale of Big Mom's failure, he had to tell it. He, just being the beautiful big news bird he is, he couldn't tell this story. And then he just chose to embellish it and make it as amazing as he could possibly make it. So you know what? Never mind. He's perfect.
Morgan is the kind of character who, I mean, he went to this Big Mom wedding because he wanted
He's
to
in
get
that
the
real
scoop.
shit, man. He's a
He's-
journalist.
But he's so powerful, and everybody knows it, that
Yeah.
I don't think he's really ever going to be in danger of, like, from a Yonko. Like, they will need
I
him
don't
to
know
be
about
alive
that.
if they ever want to, like, put some secret hints in the newspaper or whatever.
Yeah, that's
Whatever
true.
it is corrupt journalisms do.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
He's
But,
pretty safe, I think.
I protect the bird boy, please. Nobody hurt him. So
Don't
hey,
put him in a bird cage. No, what you do.
no. Hey, next panel, dude. Next panel. Here we go.
It's
Who's that?
Shanks.
Shanks-san. Ah, there he is. Oh, he's looking healthy. He's looking good. We're gonna meet soon.
When have we last
Luffy.
seen Shanks?
The last time we saw Shanks was when
Was
he
it
put
at the
that
war?
baby in Makino. I know it's Shanks' baby. No, that wasn't when.
We've seen him on a cover arc where they had was a wedding with the fat guy, I think.
Yeah. You know what? I kind of forget that. But yeah, didn't like he get married or like somebody got married in the crew?
It wasn't Shanks. It was like
Yeah,
at a
it wasn't.
wedding
I mean,
for
I
one
meant
of the
Lucky
crew
Roo,
members.
but like,
And
yeah,
I think
okay,
you
something went on with
deduced that it was the fat guy because we couldn't see him.
That sounds correct. You know what? Oh, wait. What if it was okay? What if it was literally Yasop, and then when they finally meet, Yasop introduces Usopp to his fat, hot new mom. What if that happens? What if that happens? What'll
Threesome,
you do?
I think.
What'll you do?
Shoot.
Shoot my goo, my dude. Right. So, wait. Hang on, everybody.
Is that an extra zero on the end of that bounty?
I think it is.
No!
So yeah, Brooke once again.
It
The one
is.
without eyes is the only one who
one
actually
without
sees.
Oh,
That
wait,
is actually
wait. Look,
1.5 billion.
just yes, incredible. But just do me a favor. Look at Luffy's face in that bottom right panel next to Brooke. Look at his like despondent, like bored, doesn't give a fuck about anything face down there. That's my favorite Luffy face of all time. That's good.
That's the thumbnail.
That's going in the thumbnail for sure. That's a very small image. You're gonna have to blow it up 1,000 times. It's gonna be super blurry, but whatever. Fuck it. 1.5 billion berries. It's huge. It's big. It's very large. And you know what? I might be tempted to get mad and be like, but is Luffy actually really stronger than my hero Katakuri? Is he Katakuri went easy on him? You know, he didn't put his full effort into it because he gave up once he fell on his backs. I mean, I could do all that, but let's not forget. I mean, maybe Luffy just is actually stronger. Whatever. We can speculate all day on that shit. Doesn't matter. But the thing is, Luffy here, the story that was told of what Luffy accomplished on Whole Cake Island is so over the top and so legendary that this bounty is warranted. He went in, he fucked up a Yonko's main base, beat 2 of the main commanders, and fucking got out basically scot-free. They just got one explodey cat boy who may or may not be dead. That's it. And everyone's like, they got the big extendo eyes. But wait a minute, Brook doesn't even have eyes. How is he like
I was the
eyeballing
one
out
who
of his
said
eye
that.
holes? Explain.
I was the one who had that joke. That was my joke. You stole it.
Oh, I win again.
All right, 1.5 billion berry.
That's it, man. He's a big boy. He's big. He's beautiful. And he's bold.
No Fusen. What is the biggest bounty that we know?
The biggest bounty, I literally think the biggest bounty that we had seen was Katakuri's with like 1.083 billion. Or, yeah, I think that's right. I believe that's correct. I'm just going to Google it real quick and see if I find a contradiction. Biggest One Piece bounty.
Because I feel like I don't know the bounties of Kaido and Shanks. and
Katakuri.
Blackbeard.
Katakuri was the biggest bounty with 1.057 billion berries.
So he's above Katakuri. So
He's
this is the biggest
1.5
bounty
times.
we've seen.
Luffy has the biggest bounty in the series right now that we've seen. Like, obviously, Big Mom is going to be more, or, you know, like a
Yeah.
fucking Yonko, but...
We haven't seen any of the Yonko themselves.
Correct.
And Buggies. Buggies is probably very, very big.
That's very true. That's very true.
This is fucking cool.
This is cool. This is dope. This is elite. Very very, very excited. Very excited to see where we go from here. This was an incredible chapter, as these ones typically tend to be. Any feelings I have about the last arc not living up to its potential? Don't care. Past it. Who gives a fuck? Worry about it later. It's all full steam ahead to Reverie. Everything is great. Life is good. I'm happy. That's how I feel.
Yeah, the only thing I'm thinking about the last arc is that I enjoyed most of it, and I'm sad that Chopper probably won't have much to do in Wano either.
Definitely. Well, I don't know. I feel like, what can Chopper even do?
I mean,
what are his abilities?
Actually, in Wano, Chopper will surely be more important because it's a whole animal thing. It's an animal zone pirate crew.
Hey, well, I'll tell you this right now. Here's the thing that Oda could do. This is just one thought. If I can think of this in 1 second, I would like to think that Oda could do something. So the most interesting thing about Chopper by far is the nature of the Rumble Ball. Chopper is a Devil Fruit user who has a completely unique Devil Fruit manipulation system in the form of the Rumble Ball that gives him so many extra transformations. Imagine if Katakuri's troops had access to this kind of weapon in addition to their fruits. And
you said Katakuri.
God damn it, fucking Kaido. I only want to think about Katakuri. Like, we've seen that, like, Katakuri, fucking Kaido's troops. God damn it. We've seen that Kaido's troops, like, have what seems to be, like, advanced level Zoan control. Like, someone could, like, turn their hand, one guy did, like, into just a ram's horn. Which is kind of like what, in the War of the Best, we saw Marco just turn parts of his body into a bird for when he was a phoenix.
Alright, that means then that Chopper can learn something and he can get a power-up in Wano from Kaido's pirates, and
there's room for it for sure.
A super zone.
He is a Zoan.
That's good.
It's time. It's time to cash in on the fact that he's a Zoan.
This is the time of Chopper and Zoro.
It should be the year of Chopper and Zoro. Sunrise. For sure. For sure. Let's hope the Rumble Ball has been, in my opinion, by far the most ignored, underdeveloped concept in One Piece, outside of the concept of someone eating a Zoan Devil Fruit that matches what they already are and becoming, quote-unquote, a perfect version of that thing, or whatever it is that Oda brought.
Like a tiger eating a tiger fruit?
Oh, yeah, like, Oda says that, like, if a tiger eats a tiger fruit, it becomes, like, the perfect form of a tiger, which we have never seen and sounds incredible. I don't know what that means, but it sounds awesome, and I really want to see it.
Like a Princess Mononoke giant wolf.
Maybe.
Or a big pig. One of those.
That just idea is so interesting to me. It's like this, tell me, correct me if I'm wrong. There's this Rousseauian idea of, I think it's called the template. Okay, it's this concept that, like, in nature we see a tree, but no tree is a perfect tree. However, there exists the idea of the perfect version of what a tree is in concept. Like, that idea is real, and that all we can do in this life is or like a tree could do, is strive to be like the ideal. So maybe Oda is a big Rousseauian, if it's actually Rousseau. I could be totally fucking wrong about that. And he believes in this. Oh, it's like the theory of forms.
It's Rousseauian.
That's what it is. Right. Maybe that's what Oda was getting at, because he's a deep philosopher. Or maybe he just gave a meme answer and didn't really think about it. Anyway, do something like the Straw Hats and the Rumble Ball are really interesting. Something weird is going on with Chopper. It's something unique that Chopper could offer to Wano in a huge way. It is the Zoan arc. So please, for the love of God, do something cool with it, Oda. It's time. Chopper needs it. He's on life support right now, like, as an interesting character. I don't give a fuck about Chopper. He's got to step up his game.
Just watch as Carrot gets all the Chopper moments, because she's also kind of an animal.
Carrot is getting the fuck out of here soon. I don't know. Maybe she'll be there for all of Wano. Jesus Christ, I hope not.
Well, I think she will be.
Oh, you know what's gonna happen?
She might not be the focus.
We know that
she'll be more focused than she was in Whole Cake, I'm sure.
God, I hope not. I mean,
well, because the other minks are there, and it's like Mink Town time.
I mean, yeah, the minks are relevant. You know what? Because the minks are relevant, I could see Carrot, like, you know, coming to Wano with them. I mean, they're heading to Wano right now, so, like, fair enough. But Carrot is not joining the crew. She is not joining the crew. I don't care what happens in Wano.
Dude, what if Chopper joins the crew?
Not gonna happen. Banned. You know what? Maybe she fucking will join the crew after Wano. It's possible. I guess things could change, but right now, no. 1,000 times no.
Carrot joins Katakuri and they make their own double crew.
Cover arc for Katakuri literally fucking when? Right now.
I thought you were about to say literally fucking carrot. I was like, whoa.
No. Oh, literally fucking carrot. Wait.
That's
carrot,
a cover arc.
Carrot turns into a carrot because she eats the carrot fruit, and Katakuri becomes a donut because he's a donut boy, and the carrot goes in the donut hole, and it's
wait,
reverse
hang on.
sex.
That would imply that he's the bottom.
That's
He's the
correct,
girl.
sir. I mean, everyone thinks that he's gay for Luffy anyway, so, you know, it works for me. Jesus Christ. All right, enough.
Yeah, we're off the rails.
We are off the rails.
This has been a great mini part of Reverie. Like,
yeah, great
build
setup.
up. Great chapter. I am so excited for next week.
So excited, dude. Oh, I can't wait. I'm thrilled beyond words. These are really the big like come episodes of One Piece when we get these little in between like everything cool for the most, not everything, but the density of cool shit goes so high up in these little in between chapters, and God, can't fucking wait. Reverie, here we come. All right, everybody, yo. Patreon.com/thepodcastpirates. You
Yes.
dig. Give us money, support the show.
You can be on the crew in the Discord. You can say, look at me. I got a funny color next to my name. That means
Damn
I'm
right.
better than everyone else.
That's literally what it means. And hey, if you just want to join the Discord and hang out, links below. But you should definitely give us lots of money.
Yeah, there's a free part of the Discord, but the cool guys are the patrons.
If you want to literally attend Reverie, you have to give us money. You get in, though, if you give us money. That's how the Discord works. That is literally how it works. You are allowed to enter Marie Joa if you give us money. That's literally
that's
how
why
it works.
the kings all gather there, because they can pay the entrance fee.
That's right. So if you want to be physically at Reverie, as we will be, look for us in One Piece, everybody. We'll be there at Reverie. Look for the best hippo pirates. Whatever, sure.
Oh, yeah, what are we?
Are we the best hippo pirates?
I mean,
I don't
we're
know.
the podcast pirates.
You know, that
Kind
works.
of.
I guess. Yeah, some combination of that. We'll take suggestions.
The crit guy pirates.
What? The crit guy?
Hippo crit and best guy.
Oh, I get it. Guy, best, Ippo, Dippo, Gippo. You know what? We'll worry about it another time. Maybe we'll have an answer next time. Give us suggestions in the comments.
When one of us kills the other, we can decide on a name. The hypocrite pirates or the best guy pirates.
Yeah, that sounds good. We'll split the ship down the middle, and it'll be left side will be the best guy pirates, and the right side will be the hippo pirates. Wait, hang on though. Didn't Wapol literally have the hippo pirates as his pirate crew?
Damn it.
How dare you?
The hypocrite pirates. Then.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. All right, for the love of God, let me out. Hashtag let me out. Hashtag where are the memes. Here they are. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you next week, hopefully. Doesn't say there isn't a chapter, so I didn't expect this one, honestly. So here we fucking go. Thanks for listening. Join the Discord. Give us money on Patreon. Everybody have a good time. Bye.
Bye-bye.